Welcome everyone, and thank you for choosing Sync. In today's webinar, we'll be walking through the Sync Pro Teams Plus Unlimited plan to show you how to get your team set up for success. Whether you're a small startup or a large enterprise, today's session will show you how to streamline your file sharing, strengthen your data privacy, enable real-time document collaboration, and centralize your role-based access controls all through the Sync web panel and apps. Here's what we'll cover in the next 15 minutes. An overview of the web panel, user management and access controls, sharing and collaboration, the Sync Vault, uploading your files, the desktop application, and your available help resources. By the end of this webinar, you'll see why millions of teams trust Sync to keep their data safe, secure, and private. Let's get started with the tour of the web panel, which is your browser-based interface for managing everything in your Sync account. Once you sign into the web panel, you'll see a slide-out navigation menu on the left-hand side. Let's quickly run through the menu options. By default, you'll always start on the Files tab, but this can be changed later. The Files tab is where you'll see all of your files and folders in Sync, including folders shared with you. Files in the Files tab will automatically sync across to any computer or mobile device you install the Sync app on. Next is the Vault, and this is where you can store folders and files that you don't want synced to other devices. Below is the Shares tab, and this is where you can quickly see what you're sharing and manage user access and permissions for each share. The Start tab includes a list of files you bookmark as favorites for quick access. The Recents tab is where you can see files and folders that have been recently updated by you or the people you're sharing with. Then the Users and Roles tab is your central hub for managing your team and account settings. This tab is only available to the administrators on the account. Lastly, there's the Settings tab where you can manage security, billing, and custom branding on your account. On the top right side of the web panel, you'll find the Profile menu where you can enable dark mode and change your default start page. Now that you're more familiar with the web panel, we'll take a deep dive into how to invite users and assign role-based access controls. As a Pro Teams Plus Unlimited account admin, you'll want to start by setting up your users and roles first. What is a user? Typically, an employee or team member, a part of your organization. From the menu, when you access Users and Roles, you'll see a full list of the users added to your account, along with their assigned roles. From here, you can invite new users, adjust access based on responsibilities, and manage who can view or edit specific parts of your workspace. If you head over to the Roles tab, you can manage the role-based access controls assigned to users and create new roles as needed. When a new user is added, they are assigned the default role with a minimal set of permissions. If you want to set up custom permissions, you can create a new role. So let's walk through that process together. First, you'll want to enter a role name. Roles work best when they reflect the structure of your organization. For example, create different roles for contractors, leadership, marketing, and support. Here, we'll create a finance role. The first permission we can configure is to enforce 2FA, which makes two-factor authentication a requirement for all your users. Next is Manage Users and Roles. Enable this if you want to designate a secondary administrator role to add users. The ability to purge files, which will allow your users to permanently delete files from their Sync account. The option to create shared folders, and finally, an option to share files with links. If enabled, you can enforce link passwords and link expiry dates for extra security. As an administrator, you have the flexibility to create new roles and configure any of these settings to tailor to your exact needs. Once you have your permissions configured, click Create Role. To add users, head back to the Users tab and select Invite New Users. Enter their email address, assign them a role. Here I'll choose the finance role we just created, and then click Invite to add this new user. Each user you invite will get an email with instructions to follow to activate their account. Once a user is added, their status will show as Invite Sent. After they accept, the status will change to Active. To manage users, click on the ellipsis menu to remove them, reset their password, change their role, or resend the invite if they haven't accepted it yet. Next, we'll cover sharing and collaboration. Sync offers two methods for sharing, link-based sharing and team shared folders. We'll talk about link-based sharing first. To create a link-based share, first locate the file you'd like a team member or client to have access to, and then click the link icon. Before sending the link, you have the option to configure the settings for extra security, such as setting a password and selecting an expiry date. Once the link is created, you'll see a link icon next to the document title. Links are best used to share externally to people that don't have a Sync account. For example, you may need to share a draft contract with a client or customer for review. Links make this easy because your client or customer does not need to create a Sync account to view the files you're sharing. Pro tip: you can also configure custom branding, including your logo and colors, on the links you create and share under Settings, then Branding. Next, we'll share a folder using a link. Locate the folder and click the link icon. With folder sharing, you get additional permission options that allow you to control the visibility of files, whether or not files can be downloaded or view only, if they can be edited, and you can also enable upload permissions. With these additional permissions, it's possible to give view-only access to clients, but full edit access to collaborators on a project. Additionally, under Advanced Settings, you can enable email notifications to alert you whenever someone downloads or uploads a file. Next, we'll talk about another method of collaborating in Sync, which we call team shared folders. Team shared folders are used to set up centralized collaboration within your own team. If your company has departments like design, sales, or customer support, use this feature to create shared folders for each group, which makes it easy to give everyone access. Team shared folders are different from links because access is controlled on a per user basis versus a per link basis. With team shared folders, you have granular control over which users have access. Each user does require a Sync account, and files in team shared folders are synchronized. To create a team shared folder, navigate to the folder you want to share and click on the folder icon. Next, you can select who you would like to share the folder with from the dropdown or enter a new email address. There's also the option to invite entire user roles as well. Before sending, you can customize permissions to allow team members to edit, forward the invite to other users, and see other users on the share. Once you're done, click Invite. Now that you have your users on the team shared folder, they'll receive an invitation to join via email. Once they accept the invite, they'll be able to access all the files in that specific folder. Everyone with access can add and edit files, and the folder will sync across all users' devices. So we've walked through a few simple examples of how Sync makes sharing easy, but keep in mind that Sync also supports more advanced sharing setups like sharing within shares by combining links and shared folders, and sharing tens and thousands of files or more. For a deeper dive into the more advanced setups, check out the Administrator Getting Started guide. Now that you know how to share files with a team share, you can benefit from Sync's live collaboration feature using the built-in Microsoft Office 365 editor integration. When accessing a file through the web portal, select Edit in Office to open the online editor. The editor works on both non-shared and shared Microsoft documents. This means you can use the editor to make quick edits by yourself or for documents that have been shared. You and everyone else that has access to the share folder can edit files together in real time. You can also see who's viewing or making changes at the same time. While syncing and sharing may be great for day-to-day collaboration, there may be files you want to keep in the cloud but not sync to all your devices. That's where the Vault comes in. The Vault is a cloud-only storage space ideal for archiving files you don't need constant access to. It helps free up space on your devices while still keeping your data secure and accessible from the web panel. Think of it like a safety deposit box, a secure off-site storage location for important documents like tax records, contracts, or long-term backups that don't need to be accessed or edited regularly. Now that we've covered all the places you can store your files in Sync, you probably want to know how to upload your files to Sync. Sync supports uploading your data in 3 ways. 1, you can upload using any web browser from the web panel by using the Upload button. 2, you can upload files using the Sync mobile app, available for download on both the Apple App Store and Google Play. It's a great option if you have a large camera roll full of photos or videos. The third and most robust method of uploading files to Sync is by using the desktop app for Windows and Mac. Which brings us to our next section, the Sync desktop application. The Sync desktop app is the fastest and most reliable way to upload large files. It can easily handle hundreds or even thousands of files at once and is key when migrating data from another service. The desktop app is multi-threaded, runs in the background, and automatically resumes uploads even if your computer shuts down or you lose your internet connection. It's built for speed, scale, and convenience. Get the Sync desktop app from our website under the Resources tab. The app is supported on both Windows and Mac. Once you have the application installed on your computer, you'll have a Sync icon on your Mac menu bar or Windows taskbar. Click the icon on the menu bar to get quick access to the Sync folder on your computer, your web panel, recent files, and the ability to search. To upload, you'll want to open the Sync folder on your computer, which is created when you install the desktop app. To get to the Sync folder, click the Sync icon from the menu. You can also get to it from the Windows File Explorer or Mac Finder favorites. Once you open your Sync folder, you'll notice the desktop app mirrors exactly what you see in the Files tab of the web panel. To upload files, simply drag and drop them into the Sync folder and they'll start uploading automatically. To check the status of your upload, it's best to check the Sync menu located in the System tray for Windows or menu bar for Mac. If you see syncing in progress, this means your files are currently being uploaded. For the advanced setup, if you're planning on uploading very large data sets and setting up many team-shared folders, there are some advanced configuration options you'll want to take note of before proceeding. Just like with team-shared folders, for a deeper dive into these more advanced setups and recommendations for folder structures, check out the Administrator Getting Started guide. Now let's talk about Sync Cloud Files, our on-demand desktop app feature. This desktop app feature allows you to view your files in Sync directly from Windows File Explorer or Mac Finder on your computer, and the best part is that those files don't take up space on your computer. Cloud Files is managed from the right-click context menu, and you'll see the status icons that indicate which files are on your computer and which files are cloud only. Files with the cloud icon are stored in the cloud only. Even though you can see these files, they are not taking up any space on your computer. To download a cloud-only file to your device, right-click and select Always Keep on this device or Download Now on Mac. A rotating icon will appear to indicate the download is in progress. Once that's complete, you'll see a green solid checkmark in Windows or no status icon on Mac, which indicates that the file or folder is now on your computer. The great part is that you don't need to manage each file individually. Sync does all of the heavy lifting for you automatically. When you open or start working on a file, it will automatically be stored on your device for easy access. However, if the file remains inactive for 30 days, it will revert to a cloud-only state, helping to free up space on your device. Of course, you can customize these settings at any time to better suit your needs. If you ever need assistance while using Sync, help is just one click away. Sync's Help Center is your one-stop shop for guides, tutorials, and troubleshooting resources. Whether you're looking for step-by-step instructions, answers to frequently asked questions, or tips to get the most out of Sync, you'll find everything you need there. If you can't find what you're looking for or encounter an issue, you can easily reach out to our support team. When logged into your Sync account, simply click the Help button located at the top right corner on the web panel to create a support ticket. Our team is ready to assist you with any questions or concerns you may have, and we're here to ensure your experience with Sync is smooth and successful. Now that we've covered the essentials, we hope you're feeling more confident about how Sync can support your team's collaboration and storage needs. We've covered a lot of ground, and you may have questions about specific features, advanced configurations, or how to best implement Sync into your organization. So let's shift gears and open things up for a Q&A.